What's going on, everybody? It's your boy C-Zar, and we are talking about LCX. Hit that like button, subscribe if you want to see more content like this, and let's get started. I want to make this video very brief. Yesterday and the day before, I was talking about LCX, right? Before we even had this little pump up, I was talking about it as a potential buy for something that was going to move up rather immediately, right? That was like sometime over here in this day. And then we got that move, and at the very beginning of the day yesterday, I was like, okay, guys, we got the breakout move. We're likely going to continue, right? We broke out of our ascending triangle here, broke out of it. We're likely going to get continuation upwards. And all day, we just moved sideways. All day, we just moved sideways. We got the breakout with no volume. We just moved sideways. We didn't get overbought. I can't help but feel like this might be a fake out, a textbook definition fake out, and we're actually seeing it before it comes down, thankfully. So if anybody's bought this coin, I want to say, I'm not advocating a sell here necessarily. I wouldn't sell this coin. I have a good bit of this coin. I'm holding it myself. But if I bought up here, I might be inclined to sell, look elsewhere, and or if I was looking to get back into this, I would just look to buy at lower prices, because I do think it's going to go down. I think if you were to move up, you would have done it already. I think yesterday was a testament of the fact that we're probably not going to move up, and at the detriment of calling this next move incorrectly. I think that what we're seeing right now out of the price action, getting higher daily closes and seeing lower levels in volume, it's just not what we need, man. It's not what the look that we're looking for. You're overbought on your daily for a solid bit. You're overbought on your weekly. The whole rest of the market looks like it wants to move down. There are coins that will move up while the rest of the market moves down. There will be. LCX could be one of them. And the chart, I have to say, looks more bullish than any other chart that I've analyzed today as far as altcoins go. But it is an altcoin. It is an altcoin, and it does follow most of the market, I would assume. So if most of the market looks like it wants to pull back, I think it would be naive to not consider a pullback for this. So let's consider a pullback from a low to a high, and not the fake out high, but the actual high. If we were to pull back, what would make sense from a pullback would be to go to the 382, which is all the way down to 21 cents. We're at 40 cents. Again, I own LCX. I own some tokens myself, a good bit of tokens, right? It's not like the largest portion in my portfolio, but with how much it's grown recently, it's come to a sizable bit in my portfolio. Definitely something that I'm proud of and that I like and that I wouldn't want to see go away. And even then, I'm still totally fine to let it drop 50% from here, not sell a drop here, and then let it come back to me. Because if I sold here, then it would rip. And I'm much more comfortable with holding on to something that could drop this much than I am with selling something here that could pump even more than 50%. You know what I mean? So it's just not worth it to let it go, in my opinion. But it is worth it to buy. The only reason I was advocating a somewhat of a sell was to any person that watched my videos over the past 2 days. If you bought in this area, maybe then you're in that very small percentage of people who I think it might actually be recommended to sell. But not financial advice. I'm not a financial advisor. Even if I bought LCX here, I'd be fine with it, man. If it drops all the way back down here, I would just buy more. Or if I didn't have enough to buy more, I'd just wait for it to come back up, and then it'll go up. All the price targets that I've been talking about over the past week with this thing, they're going to happen in time. It's just we're going to have a pullback first, and I think we are going to have a pullback first. The 4 hour not getting overbought, rejecting that overbought zone time and time again. You had no problems being overbought over here, but now you're having a problem with it. It tells me that perhaps you do move down, and that's okay. That's totally fine. Of course, I could be wrong, but we would need to see this thing today. It would have to start moving up. And I thought that was yesterday. I don't think it's going to happen today. I don't know. I'm really just making this video to put that out there because I know I made an urgent kind of video yesterday saying that we were going to break out. All the things are there. The TA was right. The result was just wrong. And that's the end of it, right? We don't technically have the result. It is a little bit too early to say, but I'd rather say it now than before we're down here. So 40 cents now, potentially move all the way back down to 20 to 25 cents, somewhere in that area. We absolutely could find support in this 28 cent to 30 cent area as well. Time will tell. We'll see how it goes. If we're looking at this on a weekly basis, I think it would make a lot of sense. I think it'd make a lot of sense to hold 28 cents. At the lowest, though, 21.5 cents is where we would go. So if it goes down there, you're not going to crap yourself. You're not going to think this thing's broken and that you chose the wrong coin, even if you bought up here. You're going to be like, oh, this is a great opportunity to buy. Oh, I wish I bought here, but I didn't. But that's okay, because it'll come back up, and eventually we will see prices not just at 62 cents, not just at $1.10, but at $3, at $5, beyond that by the end of the cycle, right? So it's really not a problem to buy here at 40 cents, even if it does go down to 21 cents. But again, I'm not selling any of my coins, because even if I am expecting a potential 50% pullback overall, the amount of upside is insurmountable to the downside we have, and it could happen at any moment. Most coins move down with most of the market, but some coins do run on their own. This could be one of them. I'm not anticipating that, of course, but you never know, and that's why you hold, you don't sell. We're not in selling mode yet. And again, the only people that I would say have any kind of excuse to sell here would be anybody that's bought like within the last couple of days. But even if you bought down here at like 28 cents, I mean, if you're doing short-term plays, it's fine to sell. But really, if you're holding this for the cycle, if you're trying to hold it for the long term, if this is money that you care about, it's not play money, you shouldn't play with it then, right? Just let it sit, let it ride, let it do its thing, go to sleep. I don't know. Maybe whenever it's at the bottom, you could play the game. You could sell the lows, claim the losses, buy it back, and then boom, then you've got losses to claim on your gains. I don't know, something like that. But I don't have anything else that I want to say. If you guys like that video, hit that like button, subscribe if you want to see more content like this. Ultimately, I do believe LCX has a very bright future. I think it's going to go well above not just $3, not just $5, but it could even exceed $10 by the end of this cycle, and more, definitely more. If we look at its market cap, LCX here. Why? Why does it do this? CoinGecko, why do you do this? It's such a glitchy thing, man. Someone needs to just make a CoinGecko that doesn't need to be refreshed every time I'm not on. Like, I'm on my browser, but I'm just not on this exact tab. And when I'm not on this tab for like 20 minutes or more, I have to refresh it before I can use it, before it's operable. If you made a CoinGecko-like browser tab, a website, sorry, that didn't have to do that, I would use it just by default. I'll be your one sole user, and I will be a loyal user to the day that I die. $300 million market cap. Yeah, this thing could 100x from here. This thing could see a $40 price by the end of the cycle. It's very possible that it could. So is it a good time to sell here if you're looking for end of the cycle gains? No, it's not. But if you're doing short-term stuff, sure, I guess, probably. But at that rate, I'm done. Bye-bye. Hit the like button, please. Okay.